Hi, I'm Loretta Rose, and today I am in Smith Station, Alabama. Welcome to the new show, The Spotlight on Lee County. And today I will be interviewing the mayor of Smith Station, Mayor Copeland. So this will be a segment that we will have on a monthly basis. So also just want to let you know to send in your questions for the mayor, because on a monthly basis we will have Ask the Mayor, and your questions he will address. So we want to keep the community informed with the great things that are happening in Smith Station. So today you are going to get a chance to meet the mayor and get to find out exactly who your mayor is. So today, welcome, Mayor Copeland.
Thank you so much, Ms. Rose.
Thank you for your time. I know you all have had a lot of meetings going on lately, and you have just been busy, man.
Yes, we've been very effective in the last month, 2 months and a half, changing resolutions and litigation, so on and so forth like that, but we've been very effective.
Well, you know, I would like to say that I am proud of you.
Thank you so much.
I am proud of you because you are a great leader in the community.
Well, most people don't know that you and I have been friends. We've been friends for a long time, and it's a pleasure to sit down and talk with you and talk with the citizens of Phoenix City and Smith Station.
Exactly.
And tell them what we're all about.
You know, I always say you're my brother from another mother.
Yes, yes.
Well, you know, I recently moved to Lee County. My family and I, we've been in Lee County for about 1.5 years.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, this place is a family place.
Yes, we pride ourselves on a small town atmosphere that's family oriented and a community. That's what we try to achieve and try to maintain.
I am loving it.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, the purpose of our interview, we want to let the people know who the mayor is in Smith Station.
Okay.
Now, people have heard of Mayor Fred Bubba Copeland.
Yes.
But I want you to explain to the people who is the man behind the title. And the reason I say that is that a lot of titles, people wear a lot of titles and things, but people don't really get to know who the person is behind the title. See, I know you, but I want them to get to know you. So who is Fred Bubba Copeland?
Well, you know, there's a sign that you can't see on TV, but there's a sign in this office that says, "I'm just Bubba." And that's really what I am. I'm just a simple person. And first and foremost, I'm a Christian. I'm a child of God. And I'm not just a Christian, but I'm a Christ follower. And I believe in treating people the way you want to be treated in the name of Jesus Christ. Yes. Secondly, I'm a father. I have a son, Carter Copeland, and he's the best thing that I ever did. And I'm proud of him and his accomplishments, and that's my #1 priority. And then next, I'm a family man. You know, I have a beautiful family, and I have a girl that loves me, and Angela Dawson, and so
you better represent.
she loves me, and she is a sweet person.
She is,
and she has 2 beautiful daughters, Abby, Kate, and Allie, and next, I guess I was on the school board for 11 years, and I served on the school board to help and we create the new school, and when I left, we had a graduation rate right at 90% in the Lee County. Wow. I have a small business owner. I own a grocery store in Salem, Alabama. It's kind of a country market that has produce, meat, groceries, and that's what I do 9 to 5 most of the time. And on my days off, I'm the mayor. So,
wow, you are just a busy man.
Yes, I'm also a minister to students at First Baptist Church in Phoenix City. So in my spare time, I like to sleep.
When you have some.
Yeah, I don't have any spare time.
Yes. Well, you know, I must say your son, Carter, he is a gift.
Oh, yeah, he's a great kid.
He's a gift. And you get very emotional when it comes to your son.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm hard on him, but, you know, as iron sharpens iron, a man sharpens a man.
Yes.
And he's 15 years old, and I looked at him one day. I don't want him to work as hard as I do. Yeah, I want him to be able to work 9 to 5, 5 days a week, have Saturday and Sunday off, and that's what I'm trying to achieve in my life, is to make a life where he doesn't have to work so hard.
Absolutely.
But he's a smart kid. He goes to Glenwood, straight A student. He's involved in the band as well as soccer, and he's the best thing I ever did.
I know. I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell. Well, also, you have been a lifelong resident in Smith Station. When I was reading your bio, I was like, he's been here all his life.
42 years I've been a resident of Smith Station. I went to Smith Station K through 12. Graduated from Smith Station in 1992.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I shouldn't tell that, it's telling my age.
Well, you have seen a lot being here all your life.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever think you would become mayor?
Oof. That's a good question. Absolutely not. I knew, I was a student, and I can remember looking out the classroom at Miss Williams' class in the 5th grade, and I said, sometime, I want to make a difference. And I knew that the next 2 years I'd have to go to a school called Wacoochee. It was about 18 miles from Smith Station. I said, if I'm ever to make a difference, I'm going to make a difference. And I run for school board solely on the effort to get Wacoochee down to Smith Station, to not let our kids to have to drive so far. And when I got on the school board 4 years later, we restructured the school system, and now students can go right here in Smith Station, 7th and 8th grade, where I had to go to Wacoochee, which is almost in Opelika. So that was my albatross, if you will. That was my coup de grace. That was the part I hung my hat on. And then we had overcrowding issues, and then we built the new high school, and I'm proud to say that my name is in there on the new high school. And it was a blessing, even to today. Every time I look at the high school, I get kind of emotional. I'm
sure. It's beautiful.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It's 100% jam up. It's a great school system.
Well, I had some family members that did go to Wacoochee also. And now that you mention that, everything is like center right here now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You're so right.
You used to have to, if you got sick, you had to dial long distance. I mean, that's how far it was. And I sitting in 5th grade, I said, if I ever get an opportunity to make a difference, I will. And I'm sitting here today saying I did make a difference. And I guess that's who Bubba is.
Yes.
Is everybody can make a difference if you just work hard enough and you believe in yourself. You can make a difference.
Wow. So what are some of your plans and your goals being mayor here in Smith Station, that you desire to see happen?
Oh, my goodness. Smith Station, I want to say this to preface what you asked me. We'll never be Auburn. We'll never be Opelika. And we'll never be Phoenix City. We'll never be Columbus. We're a small bedroom community that has 5,000 residents inside our city limits. So what can we do? What is my vision? My vision is to maintain our rural roots by growing in such a way that people desire to come to our city. We have the preeminent park in Alabama that's self-contained. We have over 2,000 kids that come every year to play at our park, and softball, baseball, soccer, football, and we need to build on that. We are a community that cares for the children. We have one of the largest school systems in the state of Alabama that's run by the Lee County Board of Education. And so with that experience, what are my plans? My plans are to advertise Smith Station to where people beg us to come in, but we don't have room to accept them.
Wow.
It's kind of like Disney. We're waiting in line to come to Smith Station, but you have to wait. And I think we can do that. I really do. I think we can do that because we're going to maintain our rural roots and our hometown community, and it's going to be a pride to live in the city of Smith Station.
Right.
And that's what my plan is to grow it. And I have several opportunities and options that we're going to do. And I look forward to maintaining those and seeing those into fruition.
Yes.
And so that's my plan in the future.
Well, I tell you, what I have experienced since I've been here, I've been very pleased.
Yes.
All the way to the post office.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Everybody is so kind and just, it's like a one big family.
Well, we're 2017, I like to call it a 2017 Mayberry. You come and it's
you have a way with words.
Yes.
Mayor Copeland. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, you're a businessman also.
Absolutely.
And you know how it is to be a business owner.
That's correct.
There may be someone watching, maybe a business owner also, and only those that walk in the shoes that you're walking can understand. How important do you think it is to support our small business? business owners right here in our community.
Well, that's the backbone of your city. I mean, you have citizens that pay their taxes. You have citizens that pay their property taxes as well as their trash fees and so on and so forth, and that's what makes up your budget. But then you have taxes that come from sales tax, tobacco tax, gasoline tax. Small business is what makes a community. And I support our small businesses wholeheartedly because I understand exactly what it means to wake up every single day and have to go and wonder, at the end of the month where you're going to eat or whether you're going to have to, cut back this month, and I understand that the needs of small businesses are tremendous, absolutely tremendous. And so being a small business owner, I understand that they struggle every single day, and I support our small businesses wholeheartedly, 100%. I shop at them. Every time I have an opportunity to spend money in Smith Station, I do.
Yes.
And because that goes back into the small business. If I can't spend money in Smith Station for i.e. clothing or whatever, I'll go to Opelika because we spend money in Alabama.
That's right.
Because whatever it may be, those taxes go to the education of Alabama.
That's still Lee County.
That's still Lee County. And I try to spend my tax dollars in Alabama.
You're educating us because a lot of people don't understand how the tax dollars are, spread out. So that's a good point, and that's something else.
Well, if you spend money in Opelika, whether it be Tigertown or Auburn, that's Lee County, and that money still goes to the Lee County school system. They get a percentage of whatever taxes they take in, and that's just the way the partnership is formed.
Yes.
So yeah, I always spend money in Alabama.
Absolutely. Well, okay, you wear a lot of hats.
Yes.
You're a businessman, professional businessman. You're the mayor. You're a father. You're a minister, ordained minister.
Yes, ma'am.
You serve the youth at First Baptist Church.
In Phoenix City.
You have a beautiful, lovely lady that walks with you.
Yes.
Beautiful little girls.
Yes.
How do you juggle all of this, Mayor? How do Mayor juggle? I mean, because it's a lot.
That's a good question as well. And I can only say this. Compartmentalization. I've learned the art of compartmentalization. You understand that when you're the mayor. And you understand that when that phone rings and it's your son needing you to go to the school, you're no longer the mayor. You are father.
Yes.
And you have to be dad. Then you understand on Wednesday nights you better have a sermon prepared for 30 or 40 youth and preach to them. You're no longer the mayor, you're a youth minister. You also understand that at 6 a.m. on a Thursday that you have a stock truck that comes into the store, and then you're a business owner. So you have to put all those situations in a closet, and you have to understand that when you open this drawer, you're this. When you open this drawer, you're this. And then when you're done with that, you have to learn to close that drawer and go to the next level. Because if you don't, you will become overwhelmed. Yes. So you have to make sure that you realize what you got to do that day and time. Now, that's not always good because sometimes that schedule gets disrupted.
Yes.
And then you're not able to deal with it. Yeah. So I tell my son and my girlfriend that I am very flexible as long as everything goes the way I want it to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
wow, that's a good way of putting it.
That's not funny.
I mean, the way you just said it, how when you leave one, you got to close the drawer, to move on to the next, because sometimes some of us can't put it down.
That's right, and you have to learn to do that. If you want to do as much as I have created myself to do, you have to learn to put one down, pick up the other, put that down, put the next one down, and at the end of the day, you serve all those capacities that you want to do. But you also got to remember at 9:30 the day stops, and then you got to be unavailable.
That's right.
And spend time with your family.
Yeah, so. Balancing it all out. Well, as a youth minister, because the youth are dear to my heart. I have a teenager too.
Yes.
And I have a 10-year-old son.
Yes.
And you can, as you look at from when you were growing up and the time that we're in now, there's a gap somewhere with some of our youth. As a youth minister, what would you have to say that could kind of help us or what are your opinion about helping to bridge that gap with our youth today? Because some of them are they're lost, they're trying to find their way. all of them don't get the same thing from home. Some of them get it from outside of home.
Yeah, you're right.
But my heart just goes out to them, and it may be a teenager or somebody or someone young watching. You know, as a youth minister, what would you say, you know, that would kind of help to kind of bridge together? How we as a community can help our youth today, because they are our future.
Well, you're setting me up to preach, so I'm gonna preach for a moment. So. The bottom line is in order to be a Christian, you have to love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul and all your might. But that's not the end of that verse. The second part of that verse is love your neighbor as you love yourself. So to answer your question, if you want to help young people, you got to love them where they're at. You can't make them come to where you're at. You got to love them where they're at. And you got to go out of your way to make sure they feel comfortable and get on their level. Yes. And I didn't say act immature. I should get on their level by accepting what they're dealing with. Because every single day, the person that you meet at the drive-thru, at the dry cleaner, at the doctor's office is dealing with something. Mm-hmm. And it's your responsibility as a Christian person, as a minister, and everybody's a minister. It's your responsibility to reach out and make sure that person is loved.
That's right.
I go out of my way to do that with young people. It may be a girl that's dealing with a boyfriend breakup. May not be a big deal to me, but it hurts the whole world.
Right.
So to take time to listen to her and tell her that, hey, it's going to be okay. Or maybe a little boy that didn't make a football team that got cut. It's a big deal to him. It's not a big deal to me, but I reach out and make sure that he knows that he has my time. Absolutely. So making people around you feel important by where they're at is the key to success. Because bottom line is, in order for you to feel good about yourself, you got to serve. Yes. You got to serve. You got to give of yourself in order for you to feel better. And that's my mantra. Yeah. That's what I believe in, is by giving of myself to people that need that. And that may be young people, that may be in a mayor's capacity. Or I have employees at my store that have been with me 20 years, simply because they'll tell you, and I could call them in, they'll say, because Bubba loved me. Yes. And I do love them. That's right. And just, I hate to be cliche, but the world just needs somebody to love them.
To love them. You're absolutely right.
Where they're at.
Where they're at.
Where they're at. Not
no
where
judge,
you want them to be.
No judging at all.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
On that note, we're going to take a break. You're watching The Spotlight on Lee County. I'm here with Mayor Bubba Copeland. Wow. You're watching CTV Beam. I'm Loretta Rose. We'll be back right after this.
There are moments in life when you should only worry about one thing. More than your car. More than your house. There are moments in life when you should really only worry about one thing. Living them. That's why State Farm is here. So you can enjoy moments like this, worry-free.
Call State Farm Agent Carol Perdue at 334-298-2300 to protect what matters.
Tax time is here, not the time to buy. Stop at Gill's Auto Sales, we can show you why.
2017 is here. It's tax time, and Gill's Auto Sales is celebrating with a half-back sale. Buy the vehicle of your choice from any Gill's location, and you can receive half your down payment back in cash. That's right, half your down payment back in cash. 6 locations, over 400 vehicles to choose from. It's Gill's Auto Sales half-back sale going on now.
Gotta get the Gills, gotta get the Gills.
Thank you so much again, Mayor Copeland. Now, we are about to take on a tour, and your executive assistant, she's going to give us a tour of the facility.
Yes.
Because we want the community to know the different services that are provided when they come here at City Hall.
Yes.
So tell us about Brenda.
Oh, Brenda's a great lady. She was tasked with the job of being my executive assistant. So she has to put up with me. And so that right there in itself is a special treat. So I ask y'all to look forward to touring our city.
Yes.
And touring our facilities at City Hall. And we thank you so much.
Okay, and now we are with Executive Assistant, the Mayor's Executive Assistant, Brenda Dockery.
Correct.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
You are going to give us a tour.
I am.
Of City Hall, all the different services that are provided when the citizens come here. Regarding tax and business license and paying taxes and all of that.
Yes, ma'am.
So okay, thank you so much again. Tell us, what department is this?
This is actually the City Hall department. This is where you'll come to get your business license, your fence permits, planning and zoning, to meet with the city clerk. We have receptionist Miss Donna and the receptionist Miss Susan Lanston.
Miss Donna, so she is the sweet lady when we call here that directs the calls.
She is one of them. She is one of them.
Okay, well, it's nice to put a face with the name. Hi, Miss Donna.
How are you doing?
So, and behind this window is?
Behind this window, we have the financial office. Shelby Branton is our financial officer, and she does an awesome job at that. Then you move up the hall, and we have Miss Fran Remington. She is the main part of our solid waste program. She makes sure that people are signed up for service and that they're also in contact with their business license.
Okay, okay. I had an opportunity to see a beautiful conference room back there too.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is very nice, and you all have a very nice kitchen back there.
Yes, ma'am.
And the mayor's office is very nice also. Okay, so tell us a little bit more about the next person of contact.
We also have here the satellite office for Bill English's office and a satellite office for the county, Miss Oline Price. We can step right over here to Miss Tracy, and with Miss Tracy you can get your marriage license, your recording done for your deeds or wills, and you can get your fishing and hunting license, your boat registration, and your county business license.
Okay, so that is very convenient.
It is. It saves our customers a lot of time from not having to go all the way to Opelika. They can come here and get it done all in one stop.
Now, I love that because I had an opportunity to meet her before too when I had to come and get business license for our business, and it was just such a blessing not to have to drive so far away. It was very convenient.
It is very convenient, and that's what we try to do. We try to make everything convenient for our citizens so we don't have to go so far.
So tell us again.
Miss Tracy, she does the hunting license, the marriage license, the boating license, the county business license. She also probates wills or records wills, and she does recording here as well for plats and deeds.
That's awesome. Thank you for all you do. Okay, and this place is really nice. It's bigger than I thought it was.
Yes, ma'am. It used to be a doctor's office a while back, and then the city purchased it and they turned it into City Hall.
City Hall, okay. I love that. And the City of Smith Station.
Yes.
Government Center, City Hall. I love the new plaque you all have.
Yes, ma'am. They did a good job on that.
Wow, that is nice. I noticed when they have their city council meeting, it's in the room.
Yes, ma'am. And we also have one out here in the hallway.
Oh, really?
Out here in the lobby.
Okay. So this is the lobby area. So when people come here to City Hall, this is your main entrance.
Yes, ma'am.
There it is, City of Smith Station. Meet me at the station, Alabama.
Yes,
so tell me
ma'am.
about that.
The Meet Me at the Station part was actually done by one of our co-workers here a long time ago. When the city first started, they had a drawing, and that was one of the wordings she used was Meet Me at the Station. There used to be a depot here in Smith Station.
Ah.
And it was up there at the train, so that's basically, I believe, where that come from.
Okay. I was wondering about that because I've only been living in Lee County for about a year and a half.
Okay.
And I was wondering, what's the meaning behind Meet Me at the Station? Well, this is very nice. This is very nice. And Mayor Copeland is very proud of it.
Very proud of it. We all are. You used to be able to take the depot, from my understanding, it would run you over to Columbus or up to Opelika, and then it would come back. That's my understanding of it. Not 100% sure about that, but.
And when there's city council meeting, that's over there.
Yes, ma'am. It's right over there in those doors. So if you come in the front doors for a council meeting, you're going to go to the right, and also for the city, you're going to go to the right.
Okay.
Over here to our left, we have Miss Oline Price's office, which is the revenues office.
Okay.
You can come here to get your titles done, your car tags. You also pay your property tax here, and a lot of people don't know that, but you can pay your property tax here instead of having to go all the way up to Opelika.
Wonderful. Such convenience here. Well, thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Brenda. Now, Mayor Copeland has so many great things to say about you. What do you have to say about the mayor?
I believe that the community made the right choice by choosing Mayor Copeland to become the city's next mayor. I believe he's going to do good, and we're going to go a long way, and Smith Station's going to grow.
I believe that. I agree with you.
Thank you.
100%. Thank you so much for watching CTV Beam. And Mayor Copeland, thanks again for your time today.
Yes, absolutely.
Is it anything you would like to say to the community before we close out?
Oh, no, thank you so much for allowing me to be your mayor. Thank you so much for believing in what we have here as a city. And it's not a city about me, it's not a city about the council members, it's your city. And I am always open to answer any questions. You can ask me on Facebook, you can call Brenda Dockery, and she'll get you in touch with me, and we will answer any questions and help you out any way possible. But thank you so much for allowing me to be your mayor.
Well, we appreciate you, and you are exactly what your bio say. You're a family, Christian, kind man, honest man, and so thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Loretta. I appreciate it.
Yes. So now you understand why I call him my brother. Well, for those that want to send in questions for the mayor, we will have an Ask the Mayor segment once a month when we come in and talk with Mayor Copeland. So please make sure you send in your questions to me. Email them at lorettarose1490@yahoo.com. You've been watching Spotlight on Lee County. I'm Loretta Rose. Thanks again, and we'll see you next month with the Talk with the Mayor here in Smith Station, Alabama.